Welcome once more to another episode of Metal Invaders, here on Radio Free Satan. I'm your host, Warlock Sonny Bellavance. This week is a special episode. I'm talking with Pete Blakk. Pete Blakk is a former lead guitar of King Diamond. He appeared on the Masterpiece album, Them, Conspiracy, and The Eyes. Mr. Blakk is currently working with Al Pacino, currently bass player for King Diamond, and Mr. Wade Blakk. Their new musical project is called Disaster Piece. Mr. Blakk, it's a real honor to talk with you today. Welcome to Metal Invaders. How are you doing, sir?
Really good. How you doing?
Yeah, also really good. Would you like to talk about Disaster Piece, your new band?
Sure. Well, the band is just in the phase of recording new material. We have a couple of songs up on MySpace. If people want to go there, it's myspace.com/disasterpieceusa, or on my site is myspace.com/blacktotem. Well, the band is formed by me and together with the singer from Crimson Glory, Leatherwolf, Seven Witches, Wade Blakk, and we just happen to know the same kind of people. I know a manager in Los Angeles who managed Leatherwolf, who told me about this singer living down in Florida, and I was living up in Denver at the moment, and was on my way moving down to Florida, and this guy told me, why don't you give Wade a call? So I did. Wade had a local band he was playing with, and he asked me to be the guest appearance that night for the show, and I said, sure, why not? So I went up and did like 2 King Diamond songs or something on stage, and it felt really good. So after the show, we sat down, and Wade said, hey, man, that was fun. Maybe we should do something together. I said, yeah, why not? And that's where we are today. We just decided to start a band, and we named Disaster Piece. And in my opinion, I think that musical-wise, I don't know if you have heard anything of the new songs.
Yes, and I really appreciated what I heard.
Cool, yeah. Because in my opinion, I think that we kind of took over where we left back in in the days with King Diamond when I left the band, and it's for the fans. I think it's a lot of that feeling in the music. Maybe a little bit straighter, maybe a little bit more, right on the bat. I don't know, but I love the music we're doing, and I'm just back in the studio right now, and starting to finishing up the album here.
I think you are currently working in Europe, right?
That's right, yes.
Are you recording your track in Sonic Train Studio owned by Andy LaRock?
Actually, I'm in 2 studios. I'm in a small studio doing basic tracks in my hometown, and then it looks like I will finishing up the album in Andy LaRock studio, and doing the mixing there with him.
Oh, cool. And are you recording all the band together, or each member recording his own track? How do you usually work in the studio?
Well, so far we did everything in Tampa. We laid basic tracks for 5 songs in Tampa, and I will continue laying basic tracks over here because Hal, he lives in Copenhagen, which is only 3 hours from where I am right now.
Okay.
And Wade already put down his vocals on the first 4 songs. And today with the technology is no problem. You can even email the sound files back and forth when you're working. So that wouldn't be a problem. But probably in this case I will finish up all the songs, and we will fly Wade out here to lay the vocals.
Oh, excellent. And as I said, I really like what I heard on your MySpace. When can we expect to be able to buy the first album of Disaster Piece?
Well, you never know. I mean, I don't know if there's any label out there that will pick us up. We are negotiating with a couple labels right now, and hopefully, people will like it and sign it. If they don't, I probably put it out myself because today, the music industry is kind of weird with all that, downloading and it's going more and more to technology on the internet than it used to be.
So it's more difficult for the band like yours to get a contract or something.
Well, I can tell you, one answer that I got, I will not mention the label, but one answer I got is that we only sign 17 to 25-year-old guys. They don't have a family. They don't have any kids. They will stay on the road in a van, eating dirt, making no money for the next 10 to 15 years.
Oh, yeah, really? So
yeah. That's the attitude that some labels have because they just want to make, money for themselves. They don't care anymore about like it used to be. I'm a big music fan myself, and I love the days when you walk into the store, you bought a record, and you pull up the sleeve, and you could check out the songs and who did what, and those days are gone.
Yeah, it's mostly gone. Yeah, because the internet killed most of the
internet killed it.
Yeah.
So hopefully it will come something good out of it. I don't know. Well, we have to see here in the next couple of years, what's going to happen, but it's exciting.
I'm back on the phone with Pete Blakk, who is currently in Europe. Well, I would like to know what paths lead you to become the great and talented guitarist that you are now. I know you're looking first to be a drummer, or you play drummer.
Yeah, I started out, actually, the whole truth is I'm starting out playing guitar, but I only did it for fun. I got an old guitar that my grandma has. She had an old guitar hanging on the wall, which I used to take down when I was like 7 years old, something, to just for fun. But then I really loved drumming, and I started out taking drum lessons, and I was really aiming for the drums. When I met two guys, they had a two-piece band. There was a bass player and a drummer, and we were in this kid's garage, and he had an amp down there, and then like an electric guitar, and he told me, can you play guitar? I said, yeah, I can play a little bit. So I took the guitar, and I played a couple of riffs, and those guys freaked out and said, oh, you got to be our guitarist. And I said, I'm not a guitarist, I'm a drummer. And he said, no, you're a guitarist. And from that day, it was the guitar for me. I don't know, that's the way things happen.
I think he told the truth, but hey, I never heard you play a drum, however.
When I play drums, it's almost like Mickey D.
Oh, yeah?
No, I'm only kidding.
Talking about drum, who's playing drum in the Disaster Piece?
Disaster Piece?
Yeah.
Right now we have a guy named Jason, but I'm actually talking to different guys, being a member of the band, and one of those guys is Snowy Shaw.
Ah, great.
So we'll see if he joins the band or not.
Ah, good.
When I'm finishing up the record, so many good musicians out there, so there wouldn't be a problem to get a good drummer. I mean, I have so many friends, so many musician friends that's out there, and of course, I personally would like to have a band member, not a session drummer. So we'll see what happens. We will see in the future.
Which guitar player or composer would you consider as an influence on your music or your composition, etc., if any?
Yeah, there's so many, but if I mention a few, I um, I really had Richard Blackmore as a big idol when I was a kid. I thought he was fantastic. I still think he's fantastic, but he hasn't
Yeah.
done anything for so many years. But
You and you did have the luck to saw him play live?
yeah, yeah, many times. Yeah, I saw Richard Blackmore with Deep Purple in 1974 on the Burn tour.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, no, so Richard Blackmore's one of the first, and I don't think he. I mean, I didn't, copy his style or anything, but I thought he was great. When I start playing guitar for real, I think the three guys that influenced me most and inspired me most was Uli John Roth, Michael Schenker, and Billy Gibbons and CC Top.
And I think it's different of your style right now. So, but you can be influenced by any style anyway. Do you like classical guitar or things like this?
No,
No.
no,
Okay.
not at all.
Okay. You appear on King Diamond album, Damn Conspiracy and the Eyes.
Yeah.
Um, can you talk about the experience of being in King Diamond and which memories do you keep of that period of time?
Oh, I have good memories. Uh, it started out. I was in a band called Geisha.
Yeah.
Me and Mickey D. We had a band with a Danish singer named Jens Cheyenne. He's now in a band called Storm Warrior or something.
Okay.
And he was actually the founder and the band member of the first offspring that became Merciful Fate, which called Brats back then.
Yeah. Yeah.
And this was before King joined Brats, and it became Merciful Fate. So it was a four-piece band. Um, and Jens, me, and Mickey, we started this band called Geisha, and we were down to Bonotto's. I don't know where he's today, but he used to be the chief director of Kerrang in England, Dan to Bonotto, and he had us on his playlist. He thought we were one of the bands that was upcoming and interesting. He had us, Queensryche, and somewhere else I can't remember on his playlist for weeks.
Yeah.
And what happened was Merciful Fate got back from their U.S. tour, and they split up. And because I was good friend with Mike Denner, we were out partying all the time, me and Mickey and Michael, and we were at his home one night, and he said, Merciful Fate it's breaking up, and me and King, we want you and Mickey to be part of the new band, which we're going to call King Diamond. And I thought he was joking when he asked me, because I was so serious about my band, my Geisha, and so I said, no, I'm not interested in that. But Mickey, he thought it was a good career move, so he joined King, and I said no thanks. And later, a couple of years later, they asked me a couple of times again, and '87 I said yes. So I joined the band. We moved to Los Angeles. Before that, we recorded them, and it was just great times. I think Them and Conspiracy is the best records that King Diamond ever did. Not because I was there, but because of the sound and the recording and the songs and the way King sings. His voice is fantastic on those albums.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. And me and Andy, we were friends. I actually got Andy the gig in King Diamond, because when I said no, I told King that I knew a guy in Gothenburg that would be perfect for the band. And so Andy flew down and he joined the band, and we were friends since years back. So when I joined King, it was easy for us to work together. And when we wrote, part of the songs, we did all the harmonies and all the guitar work. We put a real, what do you say, like the attitude on the song is a lot of guitar work,
Yeah.
and it put a lot of stuff into the song, even though it's not a big part of the song. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
So we had fun doing that, and I think a lot of the harmonies and the guitar stuff that we did was good.
Yeah, great guitar work indeed. Yeah. Do you think we could see you yourself back on the road with King Diamond and Andy or someday?
Yeah, I mean, actually, that's I'm hoping that King would put the real band together again, and I had actually a lot of people in the music business telling me, why don't you put the real lineup together and go on tour? That would be like, the thing, because this 2008, this is the year we have 20 years jubilee,
Yeah.
and since then, and put like a jubilee tour together and go out there. I think that would be fantastic, and I would easily do that.
That would be wonderful.
Yeah, I mean, I would could easily put that band together and start recording and go on tour, whatever. But it's really up to King. I don't know how he's feeling nowadays. I haven't talked to him, but I know that he had back problems, and
Yeah.
they canceled the latest tour, and so I don't really know the future of the band and what they're gonna do.
I'm back on the phone with Mr. Pete Blakk. We were talking about your memories in King Diamond. Now I would like to ask you the real reason why you did left the band, as there was so much rumor going on about this.
Well, there was a lot of rumors that I was kicked out of the band, but I was never kicked out of the band. I never got fired. I left by my own choice, and it was because I had a huge drinking problem, which never really was a problem for the band, except for I mean, you know how it is,
Yeah.
when this party all the time. But it got so far for me, so it was it was either do or die. I was drinking heavily and using heavily, and I got arrested and all kinds of trouble. So, but I mean, I got sober. I haven't had a drink for 18 years. I got sober 12th of November 1989
Oh, congrats,
in the
sir.
midst of the conspiracy tour.
So now
And
everything is
so I
positive
was
now.
sober when we did The Eye.
Yeah.
And there was a lot of evil rumors that I got kicked out of the band because I wasn't playing good or blah, blah, blah. But I mean, an idiot can hear that it's me playing on The Eye.
Yeah.
And an idiot can hear that it's my leads. And I was in perfect shape when we did The Eye. I mean, there was no problem, but we kind of grew out of each other because we got dropped by Roadrunner. There was no touring. There was no album. So I started my own band called Black Totem. At first it was Totem, turned into Black Totem, and I moved to L.A. I was living in L.A. in 91 when King called me up and said, "Hey, what are you doing?" And I said, "Yeah, well, I have my own band going now." And we kind of grew out of each other, and that's it. There was no hard feelings, not for me anyway. There was nothing. I remember maybe one thing. There was like a Swedish journalist that interviewed me back then, and he wrote stuff in the newspaper that I never said. But
Oh,
I don't know if that ever reached King. But I thought that was he was a jerk anyway.
yeah,
So
absolutely.
that's, I mean, I really didn't quit the band. It's kind of, it just happened. I grew out of it, and they were doing nothing for 5-6 years.
Yeah.
So 1995, my son was born, and I started thinking a new direction, and I actually stopped playing totally 96, 96, 97,
Yeah, for 8 years,
and I
huh?
didn't play for many years, like 7, 8 years.
Is that break was beneficial for your life in general? Or?
Yeah, I mean, the metal business, the music business was totally chaos back then. I don't know if you remember, but the metal scene was totally in devastation. It was trashed by all the grunge and all the
Yeah.
alternative crap that came out,
Mm-hmm.
and there was no one listening to metal.
And
So those years that I was gone was kind of, you know, no use anyway to be in the business because there was not much metal going on.
yeah.
Now the last couple of 2-3 years, it's kind of growing back again, and I'm happy because I'm a big metal fan. I like real metal. I mean, I don't like that alternative stuff that's out there. It's just, I think it's just, another band wagon that people jump on. If you're true, you're true. You do metal, you like metal. It's in your heart. It's like Rob Halford. He's a true metal person. He stayed true to all that stuff all the way through.
That is why I'm doing Metal Invaders because I like it
Yeah,
and I love metal and it's growing back again, as you said,
it is. Yeah.
Mr. Blakk. I wanted to know for which moment of your career are you the most proud of?
Well, I think what we're doing now with Disaster Piece is one of the best moments in my life. The songs is killer, strong, powerful. I'm playing better than ever. Uh, I mean, I first time in years, I'm proud of what I'm writing. Song wise, and the
Mm-hmm.
style that we're doing. It's full force. Metal is no. We don't put anything in between the sheets. It's just, go ahead and blast. So I think actually one of the best moments is right now.
Oh yeah, it's
Of
it's
course, it was good back in day when we recorded Conspiracy. That was a good moment. It was like the peak of the career, kind of for everyone. We had a big budget. We're in a great studio. We have um, good engineering and a good tour. But like I said, metal was going down
yeah.
in 89, 90 with all that, Seattle stuff going on. So kind of killed metal. If
And
we would release Conspiracy, you know, maybe today, would have been better.
timing is everything, as they said.
It
Um,
is.
do you have any tour date for Disaster Piece in the U.S.?
No, we played a couple of dates locally in Florida, and we were supposed to go to Texas to play 3 dates. It never happened, and now I'm just focusing on getting the album ready.
Mm-hmm.
So I worry about that later when we have an album out
Yeah.
and people can buy it, and it's going to be more people coming to the shows. But of course, if I had a good management, which I don't have yet, they could probably put a tour together. Just us doing, like the gig we did in Florida. We played 7 King Diamond tunes, which I think King himself not even playing when he's touring. We did Welcome Home, Invisible Guest, T. We did Twilight Symphony.
No.
We did At the Graves, Sleepless Nights. And those songs, people freaked when we played those songs. I could see there was a big demand
Yes.
for in the audience when we play those songs. There's a lot of King fans out there that haven't heard those songs for years.
And is the song on your MySpace for Disaster Piece our live version of the song?
No, well, almost. Yeah, it's not live. It's a simple recording. It's like pre-production demo. But I thought it sounded so good, so I said, what the heck, put them up there. Some people say, you can't put demos up there, but I don't care. People can go ahead and listen. This is what it's going to sound like. And I think our demos sound better than some bands' records.
Absolutely. And Pete, you also work on an instrumental music project. Would you like to talk about this one?
Yeah. Well, I've been doing that for years. I have a couple of songs, almost like a full-length album, and I would try to get that out. See if Shrapnel want to put it out, or anyone else, and I'm going to invite some guest musicians to be part, and it's going to be instrumental. It's going to be something special, and people are really going to like it. It's going to be heavy, fast stuff, but also some mellow, real, weird, melodic instrumental stuff.
And it will be a center on guitar?
Yes. I will play guitar, bass, and probably keyboard. I will play everything except drums.
Except drums, oh yeah. I thought you were as good as
No,
Mickey
no,
D.
no. I'm not a good drummer. I probably mean Mickey in or something. He can do it.
It will be called what? Pete Blakk goes instrumental, or?
I don't know. I don't have a title for it yet.
No.
We'll see.
Sir, I would like to thank you very much again. Very, very much. You are a real gentleman. Is there
Thank you. I appreciate it.
anything you would like to add for our listener?
No, just hold out. Metal will come back, and we will be out there again, and look for Disaster Piece. And if there's, I don't know how many listeners you have on your radio station, but if there's a lot of King Diamond fans out there, you can send a mail to King, tell him that he should put the old lineup back so we can get out and rock and roll for real.
So the message is sent. I would like to thank again this great and very talented guitarist. I was talking with Pete Blakk, former King Diamond, currently in Disaster Piece.